This week is literally no joke, guys. This week is not a joke at all, right? The amount of news that I'm witnessing the past couple days and today is astronomical. Like, what's actually going on here, right? They want to moon the damn thing, it seems like, which is amazing. From Rex Shares. At Rex, we are building the next generation of crypto ETFs that bring investors simple, regulated access to digital assets. Guess what just went live today? Exactly. The first ever spot XRP ETF, not to mention as well as Dogecoin is included. Today we are excited to announce the launch of XRPR, the first ETF offering exposure to spot XRP in the United States. So I'm thinking in the back of my mind that this will gather a large demand. Okay, it will have a lot of people buying the spot XRP ETF, guys, right? Because it's the first one, number one, so they front run everyone else, which is fantastic for them because now they're going to have a lot of demand, right? A lot of exposure, which in turn is obviously beneficial for XRP. Duh. So that's insane. The first ever XRP spot. You know how like crazy that sounds, right? An altcoin. Not ETH, but XRP. Well, ETH already has its own, guys. But I'm talking about the third altcoin, right? The big three: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then XRP, and then as well as Doge, guys. So with these launches, investors can now access some of the most recognizable cryptocurrencies in the entire world, wrapped in familiar regulated ETF structures. Brought to you by Rex Osprey, the team behind SSK, the first US ETF combining spot Solana exposure with on-chain staking rewards. So it's now trading, guys. So let me like this. Now, here's XRP's one, okay, and built by Rex Osprey, XRPR delivers access to so investors can participate in XRP's price movements from their securities brokerage accounts. Guys, wait a second. This is so massive. Traditional investors, okay, who are more so into the stock market and dabble into the traditional system instead of cryptos, right? The decentralized finance are now able to flood their capital into XRP, right? More easily, more securely, more efficiently, right? They don't have to go through all the hoops of creating a Binance account, right, or an exchange account, doing all that stuff, guys, and then stressing about it. Instead, they could just buy this, right? Easy as 1, 2, 3, and then that's it, right? And it helps XRP overall, guys. So XRPR's performance, it just went live. I'm guessing we're gonna see what happens within this month, guys, or within the next month, or at least a month, right? Time frame here, and how much demand it'll accumulate and all that stuff. So here's Dogecoins as well, right? So we'll see, guys. I mean, it's insane that both comes about the same time. It's just amazing to see, to be honest. Then, just an hour ago, breaking: U.S. jobless claims rise to 231,000. Estimated was 241,000, and previous was 264,000, guys. Okay, it was rising last month. Now this is important because this is bullish. Okay, they just came out. The data came out an hour ago, guys. It's actually bullish for cryptos. Why? Because people are losing less jobs now, right? We see 231K, guys. It actually came very positive for the market, it seems like, right? We're going to be talking about this chart in just a sec, but first I want to talk about Dark Defender's chart. Breaking 310 for XRP. XRP on the daily RSI is strong, and the yellow resistance at $3.10 is getting weaker. So right now we're at a pivotal point, okay, due to this chart, because this is on the daily for XRP. What do we see here, guys? Let me zoom this out a little bit. So he has this resistance line, okay? He's picking the body, okay, from the bodies, it looks like. Touch point 1, resistance, support here, flipped into resistance, and we're right now battling, guys. We just broke out from this as well. So XRP's breaking every resistance line known to mankind here, right? This consolidation phase that's been holding XRP down for months now, and is finally breaking out, okay? This is really bullish. I think what's going to happen here is maybe something like this. Okay, here's going to be so much resistance, come back down to retest it, and then we'll see what happens from then on. Okay, I think something like that may happen. But let's talk about what I think for this chart. So XRP is still consolidating within this range. Now, the one place that needs to break above is $3.22 here. Okay, 322. Previously, it held this line as resistance, 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 and resistance. Another touch point will probably finally break it because it did it so many times here, right, throughout the weeks. I think one more touch point here at $3.22 will finally break it to go to 330 here. Okay, look at that. That's so crazy, guys. We're pumping. But why? Why are we pumping so much? Like, they literally flipped the switch. I'm not kidding. Justin from Will Insider. SBI Holdings launches SBI Hyper Deposit. Automated bank securities transfers. Launch perks include XRP gifts and lower mortgage rates. Right? This is crazy. Wait, I was like, what do they mean by gifting XRP and lowering mortgage rates? I didn't really know what this meant, but look at this. So SBI, right, in Japan, it seems like SBI Japan Holdings launched a new program here, SBI Hyper Deposit, a new service that automates transfers between banks and securities accounts. Now, the Japanese financial services company is offering launch incentives, including XRP gifts and reduced mortgage rates to customers who sign up for automated transfer system. Oh, so if you sign up for this service, guys, right, or product, they're just gonna be like, hey, here's some XRP gifts, right? Maybe they'll give you some XRP. I don't even know. It doesn't go too much in detail here, but as well as possibly lowering certain mortgage rates. So that's amazing, right? It's a win-win if you ask me. Not to mention, anybody who doesn't know about XRP, and if they're like, wait, why are you gifting me this thing? What is this thing? They're going to be asking about XRP, right? Then they'll learn about it if they don't already know, which they probably don't know. Maybe they do. They love Japan. They love XRP over there in Japan. And then they'll probably start investing into XRP. Look at that. So what's going on? I'm seeing so much bullish news coming out with XRP here. Ripple just came about with introducing the next building block of on-chain markets. We are partnering with DBS Bank and Franklin Templeton to establish repo markets powered by tokenized collateral and stablecoins. So I'm going to be talking about this in depth because this seems to be major, guys. Okay, Franklin Templeton. That's an insane institution, guys. Right? That's like on the same boat as BlackRock. Right? They're like on par with each other. Exciting times ahead, and Ripple, the Ripple employees, guys, okay, the Ripple team is awake. Look at this, slowly, and then all at once. Where else have we heard that before, right? Like a big explosion. Suddenly, it will happen. From Jack McDonald, he comes about as well with this statement, how it's very positive for this entire ecosystem. Then from Monica Long, right? They're all awake, guys. They're really excited about this announcement. So let's talk about it. What even is this? DBS and Franklin Templeton to launch trading and lending solutions powered by tokenized money market funds and Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. So we're going to be talking about this in depth, guys, because it seems very important. Coming all the way down here, I did read a little bit of it before recording the video because I wanted to understand what this is all about. So, digital asset investors typically allocate directly into public blockchains native tokens such as Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. This may expose them to the inherent market volatility of cryptocurrencies while earning no yield on their portfolios, which is the case, right? Well, technically, you could be earning yield. Well, yield just means passive income, I guess. So if the asset does move higher, right, that's basically passive income, but not really, because what if it moves downwards, right? Which is why they stated market volatility. So maybe they're trying to change that here to enable clients to manage their digital asset portfolios more nimbly in response to rapidly changing market conditions. DBS Digital Exchange will list SG Benji, the token of Franklin Templeton's tokenized money market fund, Franklin on-chain US dollar short-term money market fund alongside RLUSD. Okay, so this exchange called DBS Digital Exchange will list 2 tokens. SG Benji, which is Franklin Templeton's own token, right? And it's a token that tokenizes money market funds, guys, which targets US dollar short-term money market fund here. And alongside the exchange will list RLUSD. With this setup, eligible DBS clients can trade RLUSD for SG Benji tokens. So if you're an accredited investor or an institution, right, if you have the requirements that they listed, I guess, for you to be eligible, then you could do this, okay? Which you could trade your RLUSD, right, which is Ripple's own stablecoin, for the Franklin Templeton's token here, which is called SG Benji. Now, which then enabling them to rebalance their portfolios into a relatively stable asset 24/7 and within minutes while earning yield during periods of volatility. So this is amazing what they just did here, guys, because look at this. We're going to go in depth what this means. Very actually insane. So this will all happen 24/7. Okay, on the XRP ledger, it looks like. Now, you'll be able to earn yield if you exchange your RLUC for SG Benji tokens, right? And then through that you'll be able to earn yield. I think on my side monitor it says that there's like a percentage here. Yield refers to the income or return generated by holding an asset. SG Benji, as a tokenized money market fund, is designed to provide a modest but stable return, typically 4 to 5% annually for US dollar money market funds, based on current market rates as of 2025. Even during market turbulence, this basically protects you, right, from downwards movements, guys. So if Bitcoin dumps, right, if you're holding Bitcoin or even XRP and the market dumps, but instead you're in SG Benji tokens, right, you're earning yield from that, maybe 4 to 5%. I don't know the exact percentages annually, but it's like a hedge, okay? And not only is it a hedge, but you earn yield through you being protected from downside movements, which is why this is massive, right? So you don't have to worry too much. But this is, I wouldn't go into this, but well, we can't even, because you have to be eligible. You have to probably have a lot of money in the first place, right, to be one of their clients. That's number one. Number two is that if I was eligible for this, guys, for the service right here, I wouldn't do it, because first of all, you need to have RLUC. And am I really going to exchange my XRP or make a little bit of my money flood into RLUSD when XRP, there's a lot of upside volatility it can have, right, for XRP, that is. So it's a lose-lose situation in my opinion, unless if the market does truly dump and a black zone occurs. Then you're protected. Otherwise, this is good for bear markets in my opinion. And we're not entering a bear market. Don't worry, guys. That's probably late 2026. So we have some time here, right? So that was basically, I think, this is what it's all about. But I didn't read the rest of this. It looks very explosive though, right? But this is so much, guys. Which is why I'm going to leave this link in the description below if you guys would like to investigate further. So that's what I got out of it, guys. It seems very bullish to me, and very bullish to the entire ecosystem, because this will all happen on the XRP ledger, I believe. 24/7 trading. Yep, look at that, tokenized on the XRP ledger. There you guys go. Amazing. Wow, so freaking beautiful, guys. Not financial advice. You guys see the new era is being built as we speak. But anyways, guys, so face amazing is. See ya.